Hello everyone, this is Sanji, and here's my take on the Pokemon episode, Ash and Serena catch one at the dance party. And so, I'm aware that, I know we didn't get, as Amor shippers, we didn't get what at least most was expecting for this episode, that Ash and Serena would dance. But come on, the episode wasn't that bad. Cause I wasn't on Twitter while this episode just aired, and once I logged in, there's a lot of complaints, or should I say hate, on this episode. So, I mean, I already watched the episode since I'm doing this review now, but it wasn't actually that bad. I even heard some complaints to the writer on Twitter that I think that was really inappropriate. I mean, was it really that bad? I mean, come on. This episode didn't make Amor shipping dead or something. I mean, Amor shipping's still there. We're taking that step, that one by one step. You don't wanna rush a shipping this fast. I mean, I'm actually going to explain later some moments that shows that Amor shipping is still there. It doesn't mean that Ash and Serena didn't dance. Doesn't mean it is dead. Yeah, I'm emphasizing that it's still alive. Actually, more alive than before. Because I know that many were expecting that this will be. I even read that some said that it's gonna be a life-changing episode. Wow. So I can see that a lot has been expecting so much from this episode. I mean, this episode won't make Amor shipping canon, guys. For some reason, some were thinking that this episode will. I mean, guys, don't expect too much from Amor shipping this soon. Like what I said, we're taking that step by step, little by little. So, and come on guys, the fun part is in the journey, as they say. So let's just appreciate and enjoy what we got today for this shipping. And from what I heard and what I see, this episode was actually supposed to be focused on Eevee and Eevee's evolution, which now Eevee's a Sylveon. So that's a new upgrade for Serena. And yeah, but for me though, it didn't really feel much to be focused on Eevee, but I felt more like it was focused, or this episode was a reminder of Serena's dream to become Kalos Queen, and I think this episode really gave that. I think it's because Arya and Palermo appeared in this episode, which kinda reminds me of Serena's journey so far on the road to, as said, being Kalos Queen. You can actually interpret this episode in different ways, and actually most are focused on Serena since this is a Tripocolon event. So I didn't just expect this episode to be just about Amor shipping. But I know that you feel disappointed in some parts of it. But come on, let's appreciate the good parts of this. For example, since Miette turned out to be Ash's partner, we can now see how they'll interact as partners. Yeah, we saw that Ash is having the time of his life. Nah, but is having, how should I say this, a bit of trouble with Miette. Same that is happening with Pikachu and Slurpuff. Yeah, they're having that time of their life. Maybe. But yeah, we see that it's pretty obvious that they're not having that much of a good time than they were supposed to be. And what I say in that scene is, now Ash will kind of realize that he doesn't want to be with just anyone. He wants to be with someone more specific. So I guess that's one way to interpret that one moment. And so by that we can compare when Ash is with Miette or with Serena. We already saw Ash with Serena a couple of times, and we can see that they have their chemistry, right? Compared to what happened to Miette and Ash. You could add that to that little by little step with this shipping. And I know that I'm talking about the more shipping much on this episode, because I just want to emphasize that, because this has been that one big issue in this episode. So I hope you understand why I'm emphasizing this. Sorry, Sylveon. But yeah, later we'll talk about more on Sylveon. And as an Amor shipper, you could take this episode as a big step for both Ash and Serena. And so why Ash? Since now that Ash has partnered up with like every girl in that dance party, he now knows the different feeling of partnering up with different people. And once he partners up with Serena, he knows that he's most comfortable with her than maybe the other girls. So yeah, why am I even talking about relationships now? But yeah, anyway, why Serena? Now she got her dream and her love combined in one episode and in one moment. And what do I mean by that? Serena is in a Tripocolon event and at the same time has the possibility to partner up and have those romance moments with Ash. And now she has both. And what does she feel about it? 'Cause you know that she has to choose between love and her dream at the end of this series. I have a feeling that she will have a hard time deciding this. So this episode hints the future of her deciding. And come on, it's obvious that her affection to Ash increased even more. I mean, count all of those blushing. So it's pretty obvious that it's a big step for Serena. It is still confirmed that she really likes Ash. Nothing has changed, or maybe it even increased, as I said. So yes, I hope that settles that part. So what I'm saying is these ups and downs are what makes this shipping precious actually. We don't want this shipping to be rushed. We wanted to take it little by little, as I said before, and I said it hundreds of times already in this review. And yeah, what I said before, as they say, the fun is in the journey, not just the result. Anyways, this episode still showed a lot of amor shipping hints. Come on, the jealousy of Serena while Ash is with Miette, you can see it in her face. And even Eevee, I think, realized this, cause there's this one part that while Serena's being jealous, Eevee was shown to be kind of guilty of something. Yeah, but the reaction says a lot of meaning, so yeah. Plus, Eevee's getting along well with Pikachu now. Eevee now knows that Pikachu will protect her from any danger, so you can count that as a point for amor shipping. And I know that since from the date episode and now this episode, amor shippers are kind of feeling bitter about all of this, but come on guys, who knows what the future holds for this shipping. So come on guys, I don't think this episode is a reason to give up on amor shipping. Nothing much is affected in this shipping. Everything is still the same, or maybe even increased, but not decreased. I mean, what about the other episodes, the other amor shipping hints that we got? Are we just gonna disregard all of those just because of one episode? No, right? Come on. Anyway, we still have like a year or two to really find out the fate of this shipping. So the journey goes on. And so I think I already talked about the shipping. Now it's time for Eevee. So yeah, the evolution was beautiful, and it seems like it was the great results of friendship between Serena and Eevee. And also I think with Pikachu, since we saw how Pikachu protected Eevee. So that's a Pikachu Eevee shipping. So yeah. And now we got Sylveon, finally. We've been expecting this for a while now, and yeah, here we go. Sylveon. Plus, we also know that Arya still knows Serena, and Arya talks about it to Palermo, and yeah, more fun awaits the future for Serena's Tripocolons. I guess that's all what I can say in this episode. Yeah. Sorry if this review turned out to be longer than expected, or this review was so focused on amor shipping, cause yeah, it just got into me while reading all of the tweets on Twitter about this episode. So I just wanna settle those things and express myself on what I feel on this. So yeah, I hope you guys understand, and if you liked it, then that's great. And so that's all guys. If you like this vid, don't forget to like, share, or subscribe. And see you next time.